It's hot. It's different.
It's different.
It's a new year.
Yeah.
It is.
2024.
It doesn't feel like it. Just kidding. Yeah, it kind of does.
I guess it does. I hope it does. It feels like a new chapter.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a new episode of That's Hot with Sabrina Piper. I'm your host, Sabrina Piper. Hello, aka Funny Girl with Tits. What's up? And I am joined by Natalie. And Natalie, I love you. I appreciate you. You have engineered the podcast when we've recorded at Gas Digital, which we love. You work at Gas Digital. And I know exactly how to spell your last name. And
no one knows how to say it.
No one knows. I have divulged secrets to you. You know so much about me and my pussy. And yet
Likewise.
Yes.
In return, yeah.
Yes. We have gotten drunk together. We have done drugs together. But I don't know your last name, if it's DeCicco or if it's DeCicco or if it's DeCicco or what the fuck it is. But you are Natalie.
Yeah, I sure
You are
am.
Nat.
It's Nat.
It's Nat.
DeCicco.
DeCicco. I was wrong. I was really whopping it up.
Yes.
I really was.
Yeah.
I think
that's okay. That's like, and then you gotta like American it back up.
Yes, because you're a Jersey girl.
Yes.
So do you get the womps just hitting you with the chico?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I actually live over a deli, which is very New Jersey, and it feels like The Sopranos downstairs.
Ooh, Satriali's.
Like
I got the book behind me.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
We know our audience.
Yeah. I have been down there and they were arguing about whether it's sauce or gravy.
Oh.
Like, I'm not making that up.
I believe you, and I think it is gravy.
I think it's sauce. So, fair enough. I didn't realize it was actually a debate, but apparently
Let's spin the dreidel on it. This is like literally the grossest thing I could have. I know.
It's so cute.
I know. It's actually very cute. It's adorable,
Yeah.
but that's really insane. I love that they were fighting over it. Cute little Italians.
So it really is like that, yeah.
It
All
really
the
is.
stereotypes are true.
Now, see, here's the other thing with your last name. You can lean into it
Yeah.
as an heiress, as I can, right? Because my last name's Piper.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was little, if I really wanted to like annoy people, I would say like my family was like the Piper family of like Piper Heinrich. Like, of course, love the Champs. So what you need to do, I know, right, is claim the pasta empire.
Yeah. I
Of
was thinking
DeCicco.
that too.
So when people say, how do you say your last name? You say, well, how do you
Aren't you
pronounce my
familiar?
pasta? How do you pronounce pasta?
Yeah. I feel
Lean
like
into
I've
it.
only recently heard of them. You would think that would be the go-to
Oh, no.
of my family, but I didn't have them growing up.
Oh,
I just
no.
noticed them recently.
Oh,
But
man. Well,
you're
this
right.
is a good lie you can start.
yeah.
Because, again, it's a new year. It's a new chapter. Things are new.
Yeah.
You're newly single.
Yes, I
So-
am newly single.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
This is your claim to pasta Italian fame. I think you could do it.
Yeah. Shannon just invited me to, literally on my way here, texted me and said, I'm inviting all the single people I know to this. Do you want to go to it? And it was like a speed dating thing.
Oh, cool. I didn't get a text.
And I was like, I think it was just, and I mean, I can connect you guys, but she was thinking just like gas people. And I thought she meant like in her life, but she was like, I actually have plans today, so I can't do it. But she was like, all right, Tom's going and Paco's going and Jorge's going. And I was like,
you're going to speed date the people you work with.
Is
that what I'm gathering?
That does kind of seem like they would have to like circulate to the same table. Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Which
Of
is funny because
course.
then you just get like a freebie where it's like we could just
could
talk
fuck.
shit about the other people.
Oh, we went in different directions.
Oh, I mean, I don't think
That's crazy.
I don't think Shannon's gonna fuck any of the guys I just listed.
I don't think so either. She hasn't broken it, right?
No.
Still,
No,
I say
still.
broken it because it's
back.
It's back.
Yeah, it's back.
You know, it's intact.
It's back. I mean, I don't think she cares if I say this. My roommate also has not had sex in 5 years, and she just got laid like a couple days ago. So there's
Wow.
that.
Wait, that's not the same roommate who has a new boyfriend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She was in a long-term relationship that was long distance, and so they just didn't.
More like a long fucking eye roll.
Yeah,
what a
for real.
moron. 5 years.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
of just not having sex and being with some Max, this is like your relationship.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you not fuck? Is that like a
No, we fuck.
no
don't know.
fuck?
I don't know.
Save until marriage or what?
Yeah.
That's funny. But I feel like that's a good omen for the year, and especially for Shannon. I'm like, she could do it. You can do it.
Yes. I know I've spoken to her before, obviously on podcasts, about like these guys that
Yeah.
she should have sex with.
Yeah.
Know what she works with, but these like celebrities or like semi-celebrities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And I feel like as this podcast grows too, would love to set that up.
yeah.
Would love to
I
set
agree.
that up. I'm not saying she should be with a creepy guy, but I get creepy DMs all the time.
Yeah. She
We can
does
make
too.
this happen. I know. Oh, I'm sure.
She
I'm
does too.
sure she does.
And
I am not diminishing them.
yeah. She just needs like a tall, buff guy with some tattoos. that can,
100%.
Like manhandle her.
Totally. I need that too sometimes. I think
That's
we
fair.
all need that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. So you're single. You're on the prowl.
Yeah, a
I'm
little bit.
single. I'm on the prowl.
Nice. I like
It's
it.
very fun. So let's get into something really fun. Oh, wait. No, you know what? We'll go to New Year's. Should we go to New Year's or should we go to threesomes? I'm trying to debate.
We can go New Year's into threesomes. Unless you
a
want
good
to go entirely chronologically.
No, knock,
Okay.
knock. It's New Year's.
Knock, knock. It's
Knock,
New Year's.
knock. What'd you do New Year's Eve?
I just had a couple friends over. I had
Thanks
more.
for the invite.
I had more
Shannon's
interest.
planning something. You're planning something. What am I doing? Nothing.
Were you really doing nothing?
No, I went to a party and I
Yeah.
watched my friend get engaged. But I'm just saying,
Whoa.
and I'm busy tonight. But
And are we happy about this? The engagement?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Because sometimes it's like
I'm totally happy.
totally happy.
I'm totally happy.
My problem is that I'm like seeing a bunch of people that I know get engaged. Like I'm have a little thing planned with a couple friends that I was really close with in elementary school, and every couple of years we like make a point to meet up.
That's sweet.
And two of them, like, it's the three friends that I still keep up with, and then the three friends that are like out in the world who I don't see that much. And those three are like engaged, have houses, or like one's a lawyer, like killing it. And the three of us just had like insane mental spirals the past year.
Yeah.
And we're like, but
There's always the split.
I'm trying to not be an asshole about my friends who are engaged to their high school sweethearts, because I'm like, ooh,
Well, you're kinder
newly
than me.
jaded of me.
Is it? Is it?
Yes,
or
it
do
is
you
newly
or
jaded.
do you see reality for as it is, that these people have not left their towns?
Yeah.
They're never going to get better than this in their heads. They
Yeah.
know. No, these are your friends.
They are my friends.
I'll rein back.
And also
I'm
they
talking
are-
about in general, though. I'm not talking about them. I'm just
Right.
saying this happens. I see it from my hometown too.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
I mean,
a little bit.
They're, like I said, they're killing it. They have houses. I'll probably not have a house for at least 15, 20 years, if that. Like,
I don't believe so.
really?
Yeah.
That's very sweet of you.
I believe whatever you put out into the universe is what you get back. Like, I think you can have a house within the next, like, 2-3 years.
That's crazy.
You are such...
Thank you for projecting that for me.
But you're great at your job.
Thank you.
And, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it.
I'm
I
also
think
in a
you
lot
know
of debt.
that. We're all in a lot of
I know.
debt.
I know.
He makes me be in debt.
I have, like, it's all right. Either way,
We're
I'm
all
happy
in debt,
for
but
them.
We're all going to come out of it.
Yeah, I'm happy for them
well, some
doing
of
their
us.
houses.
Not everyone. You will too. Don't worry.
Someday
You're fine.
we'll manifest that we're all getting out of debt this year.
I mean, listen, nobody our age is like buying a house, right? Like we're in our mid-20s, like it's not happening,
Right.
like yet.
Yeah.
But in a few years, I truly
need it to
believe
be yet.
No.
Yeah.
It's good, a few more years. And then all these old people holding onto their homes for extravagant amounts of money, they'll
Right.
die.
Yeah,
and then we
they'll
can
die.
snatch them up.
Yeah.
And that's how we'll get houses in a few years, but we'll also be financially stable.
Yeah.
So it's a good balance.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm sorry, I pivoted us completely away from New Year's.
No,
I,
that's okay. No, it's all intertwined because I get it. I feel like we're living in Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I'm in like, what is it, Max? Like 4 bridal parties right now?
Yes,
I'm in one.
And they all got engaged recently.
Yeah, I'm in one.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a fucking lot.
It's a lot.
And listen, I will say, do I love that I'm in the bridal parties? Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually am really excited about these weddings because I get to show off what a good friend I am.
Yeah, that's true.
I get to show up. I'm like,
And go and
they're
look
like,
hot.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, I didn't know you can get custom White Claws. I'm like, most people don't.
I guess they're just not as good of a friend as I am.
Because I have 6,000 followers, but in my head, you have to act like you're,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Hot shit.
Hot shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's hot.
Yeah, exactly. That's the name of the show.
Because we're all tens.
Yeah.
I literally stuttered saying that.
But yeah.
But that's what it's about, showing that you are the best friend out of the entire group, even if you're not maid of honor.
Yeah. And I'm so glad I'm not maid of honor.
I'm so glad I'm not maid of honor either.
Oh my God.
I was maid of honor once, didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, didn't like the girl, didn't have fun.
Yeah, I was too, and that's with it's a long story, but it's the married couple that we'll talk about later on.
Which ties into, you know.
What did you do for New Year's? I'm sorry.
I went to a party.
Whose party?
I went to my friend Leah, her now fiance Joey.
Ooh. Did you know that when you went to the party?
Oh yeah, I had known for a while. He had told me, so I'm friends with them both, but she's my best friend. But like, I like him. He's cool.
That's good.
And yeah, and like when I was out on the Jersey Shore, like over the summer, it was like the house he rented and everything. Cute. Like he actually, I think he would be so fun to have on the podcast, like literally any of ours, because like he has so many fun stories. But he owns the Little Owl, which is in the Friends building.
Oh.
Yeah.
Funny.
Okay. So when like Joey died, we Max and I know these stories. Like when Joey died, they were like protesting outside the building.
Damn.
So like I was really hoping on New Year's there would be people,
do enough.
because they didn't do enough. Right. They didn't do enough. They didn't mourn him. They didn't close the restaurant. You didn't close the restaurant.
Yeah.
He is dead. He is dead. Right.
Yeah.
It was a Joey. Who was it? What's his
Chandler.
character? Oh.
He was sober except for ketamine and Vicodin.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally.
He didn't die from ketamine. He died from drowning?
No, they kept saying, "Oh, he died from drugs. He wasn't from drugs, but there were drugs in his system, so he died from drugs."
Right.
So he died from drugs
because he was in a K-hole in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
But if he was in a K-hole out of the hot tub, he might not have died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the hot tub.
So what are you supposed to do?
Ketamine
Not pay
doesn't
rent?
kill people. Hot tubs kill people.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
So they didn't do enough.
They didn't do enough. They didn't shut down every hot tub in the city. They didn't close pools. They didn't close the ocean. I mean, yeah. It was wacky. People are nutty.
Yeah.
But there were no protesters. But there was a pop of question, which was nice. Yeah, I knew he was doing it, and actually it was so funny because I invited Max. Actually, Leah invited Max, and then my only job was to make sure like she was there. I was going with her,
Right.
And Max, I had offered. I was like, "You want to meet me at the apartment, right?" Because we had kind of discussed like the plan a little bit. He knew. He said, "No, I'm going to meet you." I said, "Or you can meet us at the townhouse."
Yeah.
So he met us at the townhouse, which is the venue, and of course Leah and I were late, and I wanted her to get her nails done, even though mine looked like shit. And I was like, "You have to get your nails done. Like, I have a manicure appointment. Like, come with me. Blah blah blah."
Did she
like,
catch on?
She did not catch on.
Queen.
Thank God.
I would
She
catch
does-
on and be like, why do I need my nails done right
She
at
did
this moment?
so much not ketamine. No, she did not catch
Right.
on. And I was like, no, she didn't catch on. But I was like, oh my God, because we were just picking outfits and this and that. And we wound up being late by 20 minutes, which I thought was like fashionable and good.
That's an appropriate late.
But she was like, he really wants me there at 8. I was like, duh. And then I was there, and when we walked up, I saw him talking to all of his best friends, and I heard them go, because I've been in comedy for so long, I already know when it's starting. I heard them go, shh, they're coming. She's right there. And I was like, for the first time, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me. It's about her.
Yeah. I don't have to be it right now.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, it's not me fucking that guy. It's her.
Yeah.
So yeah, we walked in and then sat down for dinner, and he kept like, there was a whole dinner and everything, and
Cute.
he popped the question, and Max and I were right there in the front row.
Cute. In the
Right there,
pictures.
right there
group
in the
pictures.
yeah.
The
If the
slurping
security
down
actually,
oysters.
there were no pictures taken
Self-assisted.
because
Yeah.
he was so nervous to do it that he just was he was
Aw.
white as a ghost. That all of a sudden nothing went as planned. He just dropped down to his knee and did it.
Aw.
But I did tape it.
That's kind of sweet.
But the photos are from the security cameras.
Oh, don't love that. That's
Kinda
sweet that he
retro.
like freaked out. He was like, I gotta
Oh,
get this
he was
question
freaking out. He was freaking out.
immediately.
I had never,
That's
she
sweet.
had never seen him like that. I didn't know what was going on. I just thought he was annoyed that Max brought people because
Oh.
he goes, all your friends are downstairs. That's what he said to me. All your friends. This is my only friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are all my
You
friends?
take up 4 people in
Yeah.
his mind.
Max brought his girlfriend who was invited,
Nice.
who then brought a friend.
That's
Yeah.
3.
And
Yeah.
I want to say this exact quote because I thought this was the funniest thing in the entire world. Stop giving me death eyes.
What is it?
They walk away. I look at Max and I go, a group? My friends? Who is this
Who
girl?
are these people?
Yeah.
And why isn't she not meeting Leah?
Yeah.
He goes, you know. I was like, what? It's so she had someone to talk to.
Yeah.
You should be her someone to talk to.
Classic. You were planning to be busy.
But you're planning to be busy
Yeah.
doing some fun.
Fun.
Some fun stuff.
Fun
stuff.
Some fun stuff.
That was not there.
It was not, well, everything was overtaken by this engagement. I think
Yeah.
everyone was very
Ah.
overwhelmed. So last year, this party was insane. There was a giant mushroom about this big going passed around. People were
Whoa.
pulling from it. Oh,
Whoa.
yeah. There was like all these elites of the West Village,
Uh-huh.
basically. He knows this. Now, we met all these people. They all own, they're all like multimillionaires.
Mm-hmm.
They own like restaurants and groups and stores and yada yada and candle shops and
Yeah.
flower boutiques and all that bullshit. And Max made friends with a lovely older man with a young little Asian on
Cute.
his arm.
I like that.
Yeah, he was my hero.
He was
Yeah.
the guy.
What does he own? What's his deal?
What did he own?
Oh, I don't-
Besides
I don't
her.
remember.
Besides having your...
I think he
Nailed
was in
it.
finance.
He was in finance.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So,
Vague enough.
So yeah, so there was supposed to be like a bunch of and whatever, and then everyone was so excited about the engagement, rightfully so, that the drugs kind of got washed to the side.
Yeah.
But Max did pull a nice little bottle from the top shelf.
Yeah, they because it was open bar, and I noticed they had a bottle of Macallan 12.
Oh.
And I was like, "It's all open," and they were like, "Yeah," and they had to open the bottle. I know they
Damn.
Oh, they did,
I
and he
mean,
drank-
that's what they get for
He
making
drank
it
over
open.
half of it.
I didn't drink over half of it, but definitely a good shot.
You
for
said
you.
to me,
Honestly,
you were like,
good for you.
That's like halfway done.
No,
I would get my
We
money's
had a
worth
little.
too.
We had a little champs. We had that. I did invite a little datey.
Cute.
It was kind of an accident.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. So I'm an asshole, right? Whatever. I hooked up with this dude. I did a show. This was a couple weeks ago. Did a show, had a good set, felt good, and also hadn't fucked in a while. And I was like determined to. And this guy that I've kind of seen around, I was like, he was hot, and I fucked him. But, okay, how I did it was I brought him into the bathroom, but I only knew that it was first a back room and then we moved to the bathroom, but I only knew the back room was available because I caught the host of the show hooking up with somebody back there. So I knew it was available, so I took the room.
Nice.
So I told the guy, I was like, oh, this is how I let him in there. I'm like a predator. I was like, oh, isn't it crazy how bleep and bleep hooked up?
hooking
I was
up
like,
over there?
and everyone's like, oh, they're in the back room. And then a little bit later, I was like, want to get a drink? And I was like, we should go. And he was like, we can have one here. And I was like, wow, he's stupid. And and we sat there and we drank for like 10 minutes. And I was like, yeah, do you want to see the room? And then he was like, oh, it's in the back, right? I've seen it. And I was like, do you want to see it again? And he
Dummy.
wasn't getting it.
No.
He wasn't getting it.
No.
He was like, okay. We go in the back, whatever. Like 3 people walked in on us.
Cute.
but like they all knew what was going on.
Yeah.
They all knew. One guy came in and he was like, my tit was just out, and he was like, sorry, I just need to grab something. I just need glasses, and he walked out.
Sorry, I just need to grab something.
Like the
He went, sorry, I just
what a
needed to see that."
missed opportunity. What a missed opportunity. Honestly, here's the craziest thing. If that guy did grab my tit, who would have cared? In that moment, I probably would have been into it. I probably would have been like,
You're like, here's your shot.
intriguing.
The window is this small.
It's so small. Here's
Here
my
it
first
is.
threesome. Like the last time I hooked up with a dude in a bathroom, it was when I was in Paris and somebody air tagged me and it was in my bag and it flew out.
Yeah, I do know the AirTag
Right.
story.
So this was a little bit better.
Yeah.
No air tags.
Yeah.
Just a few
Home
random
base.
Yes.
Basically.
Home base.
Yeah.
Home base. I got a ride home later.
Yeah,
It was
nice,
good. It
cute.
was nice. It was good.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine. This will be quick. And then, I think the guy fell in love.
Yeah. So you
And he-
invited him to this New Year's thing?
Yeah, I invited him to something, another like party, and then like I had mentioned it like very casually because he was like, "What are you doing New Year's?" I was like, "Yeah, it's a big party," and he was like, "I have no plans." I was like, "Oh, nobody should have no plans. You should come. It's a big
Right.
thing." Now, when I said that, this is like earlier when you said that you can connect me and Shannon. Obviously, Shannon and I have each other's numbers. If I was invited, I'd be invited.
Right.
If I wanted to invite this guy, I'd invite him.
Yeah. This was look into it on your own.
Right.
Show up
I
if
was
you
like,
want.
of course. Like, you can come.
Yeah.
He then kept bringing it up and was like, I was like, oh, yeah, you can come. And he was like, I was like, unless you have other plans. He goes, no, I have no other plans. I want to come. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, great. Great.
Have fun on your
So,
own.
He came.
Yeah.
And
How much time? How much did you see him on New Year's?
I don't know. Every time we weren't whispering to each other, talking shit about everyone around us.
That's the way to be.
Actually, it's funny because his girlfriend wound up talking to my date with her friend.
Oh, so you split off into like factions.
Basically, yeah, it was just, yeah.
That's funny. I
It
didn't.
kind of worked for the best.
I didn't have.
They
What were
what?
you saying?
Oh, they were talking, and then I came up, and I immediately switched the conversation and the vibe so quickly because I brought up Zach Amico and like watching him get money stapled to him, and then the date brought up how Zach wants to try cannibalism and he wants someone to cut some of his leg off so
Right.
he can eat it.
And
And-
this guy wants to do that.
He doesn't want to do it, but that's just where
That would be information I would actually like to hear if that was.
Yeah.
I've never heard this. I'm hearing this for the first time.
It's
no, it's that
almost
Zach
mind you,
it's that Zach wants to eat his own leg.
no, this conversation. I'm hearing it for the first time.
Oh yeah, I made it. I just show up and immediately the conversation becomes about this because that's what I do.
I mean, yeah. I respect it, honestly. I would rather be talking about that, I think.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
they were talking about whatever.
They were
comedy.
giggling away.
They were talking about comedy.
Okay,
and, like,
enough.
so
Anyway.
much comedy talk.
my God, I know.
My friends went to a 20s themed party the night before New Year's.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It sounded cool, but it was like a chunk of money and like a fee to like get into the party.
Wait, why? Because it's the Great Depression, so you have to give everything
Yeah,
and be depressed
probably.
about paying for a bad party? Are
Probably.
you joking?
I didn't go with them.
Good, because you're smart.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who the night like on the 30th, who I don't know from Gas at all, but was doing a comedy show in Brooklyn, and I was like, "Oh, I can't go to your."
Side note: we don't know the person that we're talking about in New Year's, not Gas affiliated either.
Okay.
Anyway, keep going. Just want to make. I feel like we both want to make that clear.
Yeah.
If you're gonna clarify, so am I.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay.
It was more funny to me because I was like, wow, I'm really going to another comedy show. Like, I can't escape it. Like, every
Yeah.
faction of my life.
You're in it, honey.
I'm in it.
You're in it.
So I
You're
went
on
to
this
that
couch, you're in
instead,
it.
which was like $12 admittance fee.
Not bad.
And my friend split off and went to this 20s party. And then it was like a best of both worlds because we both didn't want to drive in because they were bad at driving in the city and I wanted to drink. But my one friend who was going to the 20s party is sober. So I drove us all in together and then he drove us all home. and it was like a best of both worlds. They looked very cute in their
I'm
20s
sure.
themed outfits.
It would only
and they
be
did
for the
like swing
outfits.
dancing and stuff.
Yeah, he lost me now.
And their friends made them leave early before the burlesque show, and I would have been pissed about that too.
But that's the fun.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you got to do I guess you got to do the show at the end so everyone stays.
Yeah. It was 11:30 or whatever, but I was like, that's not even
burlesque.
that late.
That's for burlesque. That's perfect.
Yeah, so they had to leave early, and they were pissed about that.
That sucks. See, I feel like I guess if you're going to lean into it and you're going to charge people for a party, which, by the way, if this
Right.
is like a personal party, I think that's insane.
It was, and it was like.
But it sounds like it's an event.
It was an event. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was
yeah.
it had an Eventbrite.
Okay, it's an event.
Yeah.
It's not a party. But it's like a party-esque. Like when
Yeah.
they say like it's a Taylor Swift party at a bar in Brooklyn.
Right. Exactly.
Like, so that's similar. I think that's cool. But you would have to like go all out. And
Yeah.
you would have to like really, you have to like blow a chunk of money for that.
Yeah.
Only because it's not like, because we went to a themed party recently. And I've never been to like a themed birthday party.
Which one?
Your brother's girlfriend's birthday party.
Oh, that's right.
What's
Yeah,
the theme?
this was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
This
was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. I forgot. It was dressed
not
like
even.
a Sagittarius. 'Cause
Yeah, she's a Sagittarius, so it was dressed like a famous Sagittarius.
Oh, okay.
I
Woody
went.
Allen.
Okay, that's funny.
Is that yeah? You went.
I didn't do that.
No, you didn't go as Woody. You went as
Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay.
That's great.
Who was I? I was Miley Cyrus.
That's great. These are all great. I thought it was like dress how you think a Sagittarius would look.
hilarious.
It was like great. The astrology girlies are getting a little bit absurd.
That
now.
would be so nutty, but also like that would be a great way to get laid.
Yeah.
If you went to like a gay bar and you were like, "You're my perfect Sagittarius," that gets a girl wet.
Yeah. That's so true. But on New Year's, I just had like 4 people at my house, and I was the drunkest person at my party. And,
Oh, as you should be.
and it was fine. I have
That's
no
fine.
regrets about it. I
None.
made everyone. I like took a little video, and I was like, "Everyone, tell me how your year was. What are your New Year's resolutions?"
Ooh.
Like, and they
always working.
very kindly humored me and like talked,
Love
even though
that.
they probably didn't want to.
If they're there, they know what's up.
Yeah, they know what's up.
They
I was like,
know
"We're
it.
gonna vlog. It's fine."
It's all vlogging.
It's not going anywhere. It's just for
No,
me to
it's
watch
for
next
memory.
year. I also wrote a list of predictions I have for the year,
Oh, I love that.
which is not like one of the things I wrote on it. I was like, I think that it is in the cards that I could meet either Bert Kreischer or Nate Bargatze this year. I feel like I have enough, but I'm not going to try to meet them. I'm not going to go out of my way to make an effort to meet
I
them.
think that's so. Yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
But,
I think
like,
that's way.
so-
It's way easier than you.
Right. So these are not things that these are not goals. They're just predictions.
Okay.
And then I wrote a bunch of people that I think are going to break up this year. People that you don't know.
No. Oh, this is why I love you so.
I was like,
See,
it
this-
doesn't have to be all of
this
them,
is-
but I think at least 1 or 2 of them, and they're all friends of mine. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
This is exactly why I made such a fuss when we were at Gas, and I was like, Natalie is the only person who can engineer. She's the only person I want in the
gets
room with
it.
me besides Max. Yes, I love that. Manifest them being
Yeah.
single. Take someone away from someone else. I do the same
I
thing.
think they'll be happier.
Yeah, sure. We'd love to say that. There are friends that I would love to go on girls trips with that are unfortunately in relationships too.
Right.
They should break up as well.
Yeah. Mine are more
Just
like,
jot them down. What you put out is what you get back.
yeah, I think there's people that like, I mean, I'm speaking from my situation, which is like, you don't realize that you're unhappy
Oh,
and you will be
totally.
happier afterward.
I think that we were, and we've spoken about this, we've definitely been in similar relationship situations where we were both super unhappy and we stayed with the person because we loved them.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of like in them. And after years, you just kind of go like, all right, well, whatever.
There's
'Cause
so many other aspects of my
so-
life.
Yeah. Yeah, and you go, you have to think about it like, and I always say this to Max. I go, think about it. You're either going to break up or get married. And there's no options. There's no in between.
Right.
Nothing else. So do you want to marry this person
Right.
and be with them for the rest of your life? And maybe you can go open, sure, but
I
wind up them
think
being in a relationship.
I honestly think some of them do, and that's also like if you asked me about my relationship literally a year ago, I would have been like, yeah, I do want to marry her. Like, I didn't see it, the whole picture, you know?
Yeah. I think that marriage is so intense.
Yeah.
But because, and I only say this because, like, we're around the same age, right? Mid-20s. Yeah. Like, MTV used to have engaged and underaged.
Right.
We are so overexposed.
Yeah.
So it's like Married at First Sight.
I felt engaged and underaged, even though I was 26.
Me too.
I was like, I'm a child.
Me too. And people would joke around. They're like, you're married at this point. You're married. You're married. You're married. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then I was like, whoa. Slow down, bitch. You're acting married as shit. And I think it's the overexposure of how casual marriage is.
Yeah.
And how it's like Married at First Sight. Well, I married a hobo on this TV show. Yeah. We both got 10 grand. We split it. And now we have a Maltese that we have to fucking fight over that has 3 legs left because we've fucking thrown it around during our fights because we don't know each other and we never will. And we got married on TV for the check, but here we are.
Right.
And that's marriage now.
Yeah.
And that's good that, I don't know, you get out of that mindset to go like, okay, it's time to explore myself and not be locked in to, I don't know, the pop culture that sunk into our brains.
Yeah. Or even that, it's just like I feel like most people think that they want kids by 30, like at least a bunch of women I know.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't.
Yes, me neither. I think that because 30 sounds so old.
Yeah.
Sorry. 30 sounds so old to people.
Yeah, it
like
sounds
when you're younger,
old,
it sounds
like,
old.
Culturally, we've turned away from that being so old.
Right. Well, because we've also progressed.
The rest of it didn't shift, yeah.
Yeah, like we stay alive for longer now.
Yeah.
So it used to be 30, you were middle-aged.
Right.
Now it's like, oh no, like I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
It's just starting.
Right.
And that's probably true.
Yeah.
I hear you're like way hornier in your 30s.
I've also heard that.
I like, it's so, not like, oh, I'm excited for like 4 years from now, but like, I'm like, let's go.
I'm not excited.
I'm not excited either. I think 30s are going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Because we work very hard in our 20s.
That's true.
This is just a podcast where we just like, the whole time.
Good job. We're doing great. Life's good. We're doing great.
Life's so good. New year, manifestations. Did you do a vision board?
No, but I wrote down some resolutions, and I'm
like
trying
that.
to not. I used to write down too many and then abandon all of them, and now I'm like 2 solid ones. I'm like, I want to get back to writing because I like really love writing, and I minored in writing, and I like ever since I graduated college, I like haven't really given any attention to it. So that's not like, it's not like get fit. It's like I love writing, and deep in my soul, like it's a thing that I love to do.
Yeah.
And I just need to like remind myself of that, and then. The other one is like, I said get my finances in order, and my mom was like, what are you, dying? Like, that's what people say when they have like are writing a will. They're like, I need to get my finances in order. But like, just like make an actual both budget and like maybe refinance my loans or something. Like, get in, like try to dig into those more.
I love that.
Yeah.
See, this is where I think our generation is like on the pulse of it.
Yeah.
I really do, because like with like our parents, right? Like I don't know what we are. I don't know if we're millennials or Gen Z or what the fuck we are.
Yeah.
Cusp. We're cunts. Cusp cunts. And I'm like, our parents had the luxury of just filling out a form for a credit card and getting approved that day.
Yeah.
Calling over the phone saying, I make $108,000 a year, and they say okay, and you have a black card.
Yeah.
Okay, so like to me, I laugh a little bit at like anyone over the age of 40 who tries to give financial advice these days, because I'm like, it's
not the same.
No, it's not the same, and you're so on the money where you have to actually be on the money.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I never realized how Jewish this podcast was until right now. It's crazy.
Do you have did you do a vision board?
Oh, I do a vision board.
I love that. Do you show anybody? Or you like
every time my phone flashes? It's my phone. It's my home screen. It's
Cute.
my everything.
I like that.
It's everywhere. I have a vision board every year. I would do them in high school a little bit, did them as a kid, but I didn't understand what they were really like. I did understand, but I wasn't like, I was like, I'm going to do it without, I don't have to like visualize. I already know.
Right.
And I was your kid, you're a little stubborn asshole.
Yeah.
But as I'm an adult, some days lower than others.
Sure.
And yeah, I did follow like an influencer years ago, and I was like, this is a really good idea.
Yeah.
And now it's just been my background. I like make it a priority and make my vision board right before the end of the year for what I want.
I love New Year's. I'm a very sentimental person.
Me too.
So, and like very nostalgic. So I love stuff like that. That's like, what happened this year?
Yes. And like, do you ever just go back and kind of go through the last year and be like, oh my God, I did do that.
Yeah.
Or like years ago. That's always like the best part.
Yeah. I love
feel
that.
like-
That's why I made everyone do a little video with me on New Year's.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, they're not going to regret it.
Yeah.
People love this.
Yeah.
Max does this. He begrudgingly like rolls his eyes and whatever, or like sits there and he's like, I'm like, we're taping. He's like, okay. But no, because you send it about 5 years later, God bless, and people are like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah. We
This
started
is
doing
so
it.
amazing.
Me and Paco started doing a secret podcast at Skankfest at
Oh,
2
cool.
for 2. I've only been to 2, but we've done it the past 2 years where we just film like when the booth is free and then don't post it anywhere. And it's just
That's
like, go back and watch it. And literally just like from the thumbnail of each one this year, I'm like, we had a glow up this year. I feel like we both look way better this year than we did last year. Like,
for sure. And I want to say everyone's more professional. Everyone's more seasoned.
yeah.
Like, you fucking run your shit.
Yeah.
Also, your makeup day too was incredible.
Thank you.
It was incredible. If you guys didn't see Nat at all during Skankfest, or you didn't see pictures, you have to look at photos, but look at Saturday.
Thank you.
Because I know you fucking really
I feel like I don't. People see me on Real Ass Podcast and they're like, this fucking dyke over here, like whatever.
No.
And then I'm like, and they
No, you do not know. Max, don't laugh, because there
say
are
that,
some people that
though.
look like dykes, and I think, Natalie, you're very, very pretty.
Thank you
You're
very
very
much.
naturally pretty. You don't have
Thank
like
you.
you know, put makeup on or anything. I always see you like in person. You put like a little bit of makeup on, and I don't mean that, but and it was like a '90s
you.
movie where everyone was like, "Is
Who is
that
she? She
Natalie?
took her glasses
Was
off.
that the engineer?" 100%. You
But
took
I
them
make
off.
a point to look good in person when people see me at Skankfest. So they're like, damn, that's Natalie. She looks way better in person.
No, Natalie, you don't say that. Shut up, Nat. Shut up. You don't say that.
It's all
You
natural.
say I didn't even try.
I didn't even try.
I didn't even try. I tried nothing. I showed up as myself.
Regardless.
No, but like it was the tiniest bit of makeup, and it was like, wow.
Thank you.
In like the
I
most
appreciate you
gorgeous
saying
way.
that. I feel like from you that means a lot.
Thank you. You know, I actually, it was at Skankfest, the funniest thing, where I realized like so much, and I'm like, it is because of you, because you helped me to conquer my fear of mushrooms.
Aw. How was the rest of that? Because I feel
Oh
like I
my
abandoned you
God.
so early. And did you
Bitch,
see
you
the naked
abandoned me.
roast?
You abandoned me before. You abandoned me before it even started.
We were waiting for it hit me right before the naked roast.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, I need to sit down. And then we sat down and I came out and you guys.
You did it
I couldn't
before
find
me.
you guys.
You did the day before me,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, you did it without me.
Yeah.
You did it without
I got
me.
it from Dylan.
But
Dylan
I
was
know
like, here, take these.
Dylan was my shaman for the next day.
Yeah.
At one point. So, yeah, you did them, and then at the naked roast, right before the naked roast, and then I didn't, and I was freaking out. And I was like, I need to do shrooms tonight. I need to do shrooms, like a fucking sicko. I was like, it has to be. I have to go along with everyone. I have to do it with my friends and be like everyone. And then the next day, it was just very natural. It just like fucking rocked. It was incredible.
Hell yeah.
I remember seeing you and it hit.
Yeah.
Right before that, Max and I were walking and something happened. I got on stage and then something happened right after that made us both like giggle and then stare at each other, and I just lost it. And
you
then,
start giggling
yeah.
and then it grows into like
That's
a thing.
exactly it.
And I feel like the first it looks like there's like a pull focus, you know, like in film, like a pull focus where it goes.
yes,
And I'm like, oh, there it is.
that was exactly it.
Yeah.
That was exactly it. And yeah, that first day, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
And I
And I
was,
don't
like,
do
floaty.
a lot of it. I don't do any. Like it's probably besides weed the only drug that I've ever done.
Same.
Same.
So, but you were so like reassuring of that too when you were like, no, like because I take that for face value.
Yeah.
I take that like seriously when you're like, I've never tried anything else. Like this is all like whatever. Because I was so afraid. I feel like Max can back me up. I was so afraid to do mushrooms, and then it was like the best experience ever.
You smoke weed, don't you?
I smoke weed every single day.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't.
Mushrooms are way better than weed.
Yeah.
Way better. You've said this to me. It's the truth. And yeah, so let me think. It hit when we were like, I guess in the tent or something.
Probably.
And then smoking cigars. And then, it took over. And then I saw Lewis at one point. I looked over at him and I was like, I took mushrooms. And he was like, oh, you did? Like,
cute.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you were right. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Because he got upset at me when I told him, like, I was like, maybe I'll try them one day, but I would never do them around you.
Right. That's so
because
funny.
I thought he would yell at me and stuff, but I was like, I can be around you.
Also,
I was like,
it's
I can be around
big
everyone.
energy that you sometimes don't want.
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
on drugs.
Well, that's what I was just nervous of, like, I was like, they say it's like, oh, you're so vulnerable. That first day, it was like beautiful.
Yeah,
everything,
I like it a lot.
everything was incredible. The fans were amazing. Like meeting people, I was like, wow, this is the most special moment of like day and like everything. I was like, I met like a club owner, a manager, and I was so on it. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then the next day, because I had posted about my experience, saw some fans who gave me mushrooms.
Cute. That's sweet.
And I maybe took too many.
Oh yeah.
And Max,
I don't know if I would do them 2 days in a row.
Oh, me neither ever again. Yeah, Max abandoned me. Dylan abandoned me.
Where
And
was I? Oh,
I
I
don't
was
know.
blackout drunk. Sorry. I would have
know
been
what?
the worst person to talk to that day.
You know what? You were recording the regs.
I was recording the regs.
You were recording the regs. And
that night I blacked out.
I was tripping. So I started tripping. I don't know what time. Probably around like 5 p.m. on Saturday or something. And then until 6 a.m. Sunday. And I was just up and I was just like talking to Dylan. And then we got smoothies and he was like helping me. Because, like, there were, like, 3 hours. I actually called Harrington at, like, 3 a.m. Yeah, because I ran into him at the Nugget, and we were talking, and he was like, Sabrina Piper's on mushrooms? Like,
Cute.
what? And I was
like
I
that.
know. So we were talking about it, and I called him, and I was so afraid. And then he, like, I was like, can I hang out with you? Like, can I hang out with you guys? And then he put me on hold for a second, which felt like 20 minutes, and then him and Alex came on. They were like, are you going to be quiet? And I was like, no, I'm going to giggle.
Did you come up to a hotel room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Was I passed out? Was I there?
I was, you know what? No, I was the only person I called was Harrington and Dylan. The only people I called.
Okay. But you didn't, so you went up to your own hotel room.
I went up to my own. I thought
Okay.
you said, did you go up to a hotel room?
I meant like some of us were hanging out in a hotel room.
No, I wasn't invited. I wasn't invited to that.
I
wasn't invited, Nat.
I was, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm the worst. I keep saying stuff.
That's okay.
No,
you're the best. I love you.
Yeah,
It was just so funny because I was just so.
I
I was texting Dylan's girlfriend and she was helping me and she was like, you should go get like and she was telling me what to get, like fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
She was so nice and I was like, okay. And then the next day when I took it, that was way too much when a fan gave it to me because I took almost the whole eighth. And then Dylan went off and then Max went off and then I wandered into the tattoo shop part and I just
Did you get
tears
one?
in my eyes. Hilarious. You're hilarious. No.
Okay, cool.
Never.
Sweet.
No.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't that
Did
fucked up.
you watch people get tattoos?
I watched him get a tattoo the day before and they said if you ever need anything
What'd you
and
get?
you guys want to escape.
Did you watch Jackie Chan Adventures ever?
No.
I got something from that.
That rules. I was thinking
It was
about
cool.
it.
Show it. Show it to the cam.
I was
Show
thinking
to
about
Nat.
it. Oh, extremely cool.
Yeah, the dog.
Oh, very
It looks
cool.
way better
I love
now.
that.
It looks way better now.
Yeah, it healed up.
It
That's
looks
awesome.
nice.
That's where mine is. My only tattoo is right there.
Yeah.
I thought about it and I was like,
Yeah,
I had
you
so
didn't
much
do
other
it?
shit going on.
Do you
at
have any
Skankfest.
tats?
Just the one.
Whoa.
Nice.
Rose. For Natalie Rose. That's my middle name.
Oh, that's pretty.
Thanks.
I like that. I don't have any tattoos. I've debated it. but I
Yeah.
would never do it because like my dad asked me not to, and he died. So I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
I have to
fair.
give that. You
That's
know what I
fair.
mean? But I love a good henna.
Yeah, I like henna too.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I just found a photo of me from high school, and I was in a bikini, which was like, I was like, what am I doing? And I had a henna tattoo of a Playboy bunny on my
Oh
hip.
my God.
Like a fucking whore.
That's like a classic high school thing to do, to get a henna tattoo of
Truly,
a Playboy bunny.
truly, right? Yeah, but I didn't do anything like that in Vegas. But yeah, the rest of
Me
my
either.
trip, I don't know. It was insane.
I was such a bitch to my friends because I thought I was going to go extra hard this year, and I heard that the after parties were happening at a strip club. And I had never been to a strip club. And I was like, oh, I have to go. It's going to be so fun. Everyone's going to be there. And then they were like, you have to dress decent at a strip club. And
You didn't get in, right?
No, I didn't try. The first night I was upset about it. And I was hanging out with Paco and Jorge. And they were like, yeah. Because I was like, all I have is denim jorts and tank tops.
I wish you hit me up.
I know. And even Jorge was like, you could probably fit in my pants. And I was like, yeah, we truly are the same size, Jorge. That's cool. But I was so exhausted because I like woke up at 6 a.m. East Coast time. Mm-hmm. And then now it was 8 p.m. West Coast time, which is like later. And I was like, I'm exhausted. I'm not going tonight.
Yeah.
And then the next day, everyone was like, the strip club sucked. The strippers were
Oh,
scary.
yeah. Oh, they're scary. We went that first night.
Yeah?
Do you know about my night with Joe DeRosa?
No. Are you the girl that they pulled on stage? I'm just kidding.
Fuck you, bitch.
I'm kidding.
Fuck you, bitch.
I'm kidding.
If I had a dick, I'd stick it down your fucking throat right now for that fucking joke.
Oh,
Fuck
no.
you. No.
I'd be so into it. That's the problem.
That's the worst part.
Yeah.
That's just this podcast. No, we were at the strip club, and he was pretty fucked up, and strippers kept hitting him.
Oh.
They just kept getting him, dude.
Yeah.
And then he looked over at me. We were just sitting in the booth, and I was like, "You okay? You having fun?" And he was like, "Are you having fun?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Eh." And then I was like, "Did you get a dance?" He's like, "Did you get a dance?" And I was like, "What is this? Like, what is this Meisner he's doing?" And then I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I didn't get a dance." And he was like, "You should get a dance." And everyone was saying to me, "You should get a dance," right? And I was just like, "Ah." And he was like, "I'll buy the dance." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So we like picked a chick, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a dance." And she was like, "Do you want a private room?" He was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay." And that's when we went back, and then nothing happened with me and him,
Right.
which was hilarious because he's talked about this, so it's fine. But he had tried to make out with me. I was like, "Oh, Joe, no, that's not it." And he was like, "Okay." He's really nice about it, really respectful. And then the stripper, I've never seen a whore move like this. I know a bunch of whores. I've never seen her move like this ever. I was like, she made me stay in a different place because she was trying to get cash out of him, and I was like, "Don't do this. This is too much." And she was like, "You can stay here." Like, she did not want me saying anything.
Okay.
Because he was inebriated.
Yeah.
I was pretty drunk, but I wasn't so
Gone.
far gone. Yeah, I was more high. So I was like, ugh. And we're in the champagne room, whatever. And then, yeah, she was a fucking gypsy, man.
Yeah.
She really was, dude. She barely touched me. And when she did, she was such a con. She said to him, she was like, "Close your eyes, turn away." And she just started making noises. She was like, "I'm touching her." She was such a con. She was such a con.
God.
And then she was riding over him. And she's like moving her hand. She was like, "You want me to jerk you off?" He's like, I want her to jerk me off. I was like, no. And she goes, "You're not paying her. You're paying me." And I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not taking your work, nor do I want to do it."
Right. I don't want the money or
I
the
don't want
work.
it. Yeah. I was like, I wanted to touch a fake tit, which
Yeah.
I did. Not fun.
Yeah.
I've
Not
touched,
as fun as you thought
yeah,
it would be.
not as fun. I've touched my friends' fake tits. They're way better. Way better.
And they're still your friends.
They're still
So
my
you can touch
friends.
them whenever you want.
Yeah.
You just ask.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
But these fake tits were fakers. They were like OG. Like,
Bad fakes.
Oh, yeah. They were like the
Deep fakes.
07s. Deep fakes. Just fucking rocks, dude.
Yeah.
Knocking them. I was like, are diamonds coming out of the titties?
That's
like,
so
what's
funny.
going on? It was insane. She got $2K out of him. $2K. She was like, yeah. And she was like, "Go to the ATM right now, pull out $2,000 cash plus tip." She said plus tip. Her arm, I'll work guys like this for the rest of my
Oh
life.
my
She
God.
goes, $2,000 plus tip.
That's crazy.
I was like, oh my God. He was like, that's insane. And then I left.
And then he paid it.
And then I heard the next day, he's like, I spent over $2,000 at the strip club. I was like, you got it?
That's crazy.
You got it?
I wonder if she did jerk him off. Probably.
Well, when he's
For
on the
$2,000?
when he's on the podcast this
so.
week or something,
Oh,
because he's
hell
coming
yeah.
to New York, he'll
Hell yeah.
let us know, I guess. But it was funny because I wound up seeing Mark Norman in the green room the next day, and I was telling him the story about how insane it was, and then Joe had walked in and he didn't see me, and he just walks right over to Mark and Lewis, and then he just starts telling the story, and he's like, and this girl, I bring her in the room, I try to make out with her, and she doesn't make out with me. And Mark looks at me, he's
You're like, I'm right here.
and I was like,
That's so funny.
but I was on, I think, mushrooms, so I was just like,
That's
I
so
was like,
funny.
this is so funny.
Would you have been on mushrooms? Because I think that was.
Was I on? I wasn't on mushrooms.
Day.
That was the first day.
Yeah, that was the first.
That was
You're
Friday.
right, so that would be
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Long weekend.
Long
Yeah.
weekend.
Long. By Sunday, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. This year we'll do drugs together,
Yes.
like real drugs.
Back in Vegas.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Third year in a row.
Back in Vegas. I saw that they're announcing back in Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, here's what nobody knows. We met Doug Dimmadome of the place. We met the Doug Dimmadome.
That's so funny.
We did. So
It's such a good space. How could you not put it there?
it's such a good space, but I think Lewis had said like something about Report has like said something about the guy wanting Skankfest back in Vegas, and people didn't believe it because they were like, why would this millionaire be here?
Who was
And
saying
Max
that?
and Tim Dillon. And then people around the festival started saying it. Okay, your cup is way larger than ours, Max.
Is it?
Can you show the camera so you
I
can
don't
so we
know.
can? It is.
Oh, yeah, it probably is.
And thank you. Look at you, sicko. And then people started believing it, and comics were talking about it. They're like, yeah, right. Because they were just saying, they were repeating exactly what Tim Dillon said
Yeah.
about how, like, there's no way this guy would be here, whatever. Max and I are in the cigar bar lounge
Yeah.
alone, right?
Dude lounge.
Dude lounge.
The dude lounge. And, of course, still the chick there. And then this guy walks in a cowboy hat, leather boots. No, I'm kidding. He didn't have a cowboy hat, but he did have like the leather boots and the whole like fit going on. And he like sat down with us. And at first it was so funny because I was going to be like, comics only. But we could tell by his demeanor he meant business.
Yeah.
Sat
He was
down.
supposed to be there.
Oh yeah, he thought I was the hottest. He was staring at my tits like there was no tomorrow. And then he wound up being the owner of the whole place, which blew our minds. And then he was like,
An old movie theater.
and he was like, you guys gotta come back. Oh, he gave us the whole story, and he was like, I'm trying to get Skankfest back here. I told Lewis I'll do anything, and we were like, that's real. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max is staring off into space, but he was there for the whole conversation, giggling too.
I believe him. I believe
Yeah, it
you.
was fun.
I believe
It was
you.
fun talking to him.
I mean, it was crazy. I couldn't believe he really was the Doug Dimmadome.
That's my last one.
Okay.
Oh, that's the bottle.
That's the bottle. So yeah,
shit.
it has to be your
It has to
last
be the
one.
last one. Maybe the last one should have been my last one.
Yeah.
That's okay. So anyway, Max and I will fuck this guy next
Yeah.
year, and it'll be great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so we have to jump. We're gonna jump a little bit. You are part of the team.
Thank you.
I love you, and you're so encouraging, and you're amazing, unlike Max, and that's why I appreciate you. But let's do some plugs.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up, and then we're gonna switch to the Patreon and finish these Prosecco's, do a little bit of a longer episode than normal on
Cool.
the Patreon. And switch over patreon.com/funnygirlwithtits. Follow me on everything Funny Girl with Tits, Funny Girl W Tits on X, formerly Twitter. Plugs. Pretty sure I'm having a show at St. Mark's on the 19th, but have to go over that to make sure I'm able. I just got an IUD put in. I got a little endo surgery also. So if you're like, oh my God, you're a thin queen and you're getting thinner, just know it's because I'm helping. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and tune in every Thursday. Nat, plugs?
Natalie DeCicco edits on Instagram. DECICCO_edits on Instagram. Watch Gas Digital now on the Gas Digital exclusive YouTube channel. Watch the Love First show. Watch the regs. Support Gas Digital.
Oh, we got 2 regs on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? Before we wrap
Which
this up,
2?
Max, Damn, she said you're not important.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
I thought you meant like 2 of the Regs hosts were on the show.
Oh no.
No.
You had Mark Normand on your show, so like it's not that crazy to
know.
think that like Joe List would have been on or something.
Well, here's the thing. I've made out with Joe, but I've never had him on the podcast.
yeah.
And it was so funny when I asked him to do it. He eventually will, I'm sure. But when I asked him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm busy tomorrow." But there wasn't he didn't follow up the sentence
Made
with
out in a short film.
what?
Made out on a short film.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
Everyone
you owe
knows.
me.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're familiar with my work, Max, Max, you know what I pay you to do? Not talk until I ask you to. So what I need you to get off your phone while I'm talking to you. Don't ever do that again. Everyone knows that we made out in a short film. He has a wife. He has herpes.
He has a baby.
Who cares about the baby?
Baby is herpes.
God damn it, Nat. Everyone who I've ever employed is just interrupting me. We got 2 of the Regs employees, the only Regs employees here. That's what I was trying to point out. Go watch it. We were supposed to have Lewis on if he ever can get his schedule together and dump his girl. No, just kidding. And
I started to, and you guys can watch that back. I started shaking my head about him getting his schedule together, not him breaking up with his girlfriend.
I didn't even say that.
No, you didn't.
I'm pretty sure I didn't finish that sentence. Anyway, Max, any plugs?
Yeah, Max Marcus Comedy. And if you're in the Wilkes-Barre, PA area, I'm going to be opening for Greg Stone at the Mohegan Sun this Friday and Saturday.
Are you really? Why is she laughing? Why are you laughing?
Because your face went like it wasn't a real place.
No, I was trying to figure.
I have a lav. I have a mic.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's had it this entire
Yeah, I've had a mic on this whole
time.
time.
Oh, I don't have
This
headphones
entire
on.
time. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're not in studio.
It's cool. I'm just force of habit.
It's sad, you know. Oh yeah. Lots of shows. I have a couple shows coming up. Follow the IG. I'm gonna. It's so funny. I was about to hit publish on my website, and then I dropped my laptop. I wish I was fucking around. I dropped my laptop, and then the LCD, not the actual screen, but the LCD screen, because it dropped from the couch to the floor. It shattered.
No.
On the inside, it's an inside crack, which I've never heard of. I know.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. The genius at Apple. I'll show you my computer, and seriously, there's no outside crack. It literally shows it on the inside. It's a fake crack from Apple on the screen. I wish I was joking.
Jesus Christ.
And they were like, there's nothing we could do about this except replace the screen for $479. And I was like, but the laptop's only worth $300 anyway. Don't get a brand new MacBook Air. It will save nothing. It will break. It was 2020, the year of the awful technology and everything else. But the website is coming.
Nice.
The website is coming. Subscribe to YouTube, please. Funny Girl with Tits. And yeah. Anything else? Switch to the Patreon.
Yeah, and join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon. All right. Love you. Bye.